What's up everybody, thank you for checking this video and welcome to the first episode of the PHP for Beginners tutorial series. This is a series for absolute beginners, so if you already know a little bit of PHP, maybe you will find this boring or redundant, but nonetheless, if you can stick around and leave it a like, I'm sure you will discover some hidden gems that can improve your day-to-day work. This series will be focused on the website building aspect of PHP, how to handle data coming from the database, creating multi-page dynamic websites, and understanding the various best practices to build a reliable server-side project. For those who still ask the question, is it worth learning PHP in 2022 or whatever year you're watching this video? The answer is a big fat yes. PHP might not be the newest and fanciest programming language out there, and might not be in everyone's mouth as the new shiny, attractive thing, and that's good. PHP has been around for decades, is stable, reliable, consistently updated, and the resources at your disposal are borderline infinite. Also, one of the recent usage statistics puts PHP at a staggering 77.5% usage in the whole web. WordPress is built on PHP. Laravel is the golden standard of PHP frameworks, and the damn Facebook runs on PHP. So if anyone asks you if PHP is dead, you can simply reply with an hysterical laugh and just walk away. Now that that's taken care of, let's start with the tutorial, shall we? To follow this series, you will need a place to run server-side code, like an Apache or Nginx server with PHP installed, as well as a database for future lessons. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry, I made plenty of videos showing my setup on Linux, macOS, and Windows, so you can pause this video and set things up. At the time of this recording, I'm running PHP 7, even though version 8 has been released and is well supported. That's not a problem at all, since the majority, if not all, the methods I will be using in this series can be used down to version 5.4, which is still supported by many service providers. Alright, let's do it. I will be using a local website called php-tutorials.test. In there, let's create our first file called index.php. The name index for a file is universally recognized by common servers as the first file to return when accessing the URL. Let's open our PHP tags with the minor than symbol, question mark, PHP, and then close the tags with question mark and the bigger than symbol. These are the official PHP tags that allow us to run PHP code. You might also see some code snippets omitting the PHP part. That's not a mistake, but it's not recommended as some front-end languages or template engines might use those tags. Being explicit is always better and avoids future confusions. Let's use the phpinfo method to print our PHP information of our server. phpinfo is a built-in method available in PHP that renders in your page all your PHP information and PHP-related libraries currently installed on your server. This might look like jargon, but it's actually very important as it gives you all the info you need to make important decisions or solve potential issues. For example, if we need to change our PHP configuration, we can see where our config file is stored in our system. It also shows the version of PHP we're currently running. And if we want to dive deep into our settings, we can also see the limitations we currently have in place for file upload limits, timeouts, number of codecs, etc. We will see in future tutorials how to edit these values when needed. Now let's use the echo method to print a simple string in our web page. This method allows us to write variables, strings, HTML portions, and so on. More on that in later videos. Now, let's see how PHP is prioritized in our server. If, for example, I create an index.html page, which is the default page every server looks for, you will see that our first page is always the PHP one. That's because PHP has a higher priority in terms of which page the server returns when accessing its address. Keep this in mind when building complex sites where there might be multiple indexes. PHP doesn't work just on its own. In fact, it can be used inside HTML templates to enrich the functionalities of a simple site. Let's create a bit of HTML boilerplate and echo our title inside our page. As you can see, a PHP page can handle HTML natively without any issues, but also allows us to use PHP methods in line to handle information coming from our backend or database. Pretty easy so far, right? This was just the first of many tutorials to learn all the basics of PHP and how to slowly build a dynamic website entirely from scratch. What would you like to see in this series? What things would you like to build or learn how to build from scratch? Let me know in the comment section below. And be sure to subscribe and click the bell to not miss any upcoming videos on this series. Thank you so much for watching and happy coding!